Hello, math learners. Welcome to the part 3 of the reviewer series in preparation for the quarter 3 examination for grade 10. So now we will be discussing another 10 questions starting from 21 to 30. So without further ado, let's do this. Question number 21. A spinner is divided into 5 equal sections: red, blue, green, yellow, and orange. The spinner is spun once. What is the probability that it lands on red or green? Is it A, 1/5, B, 2/5, C, 3/5, or D, 1? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, this is very easy because we are dealing with spinners. Now, in the spinner, it is divided into 5 equal parts and there are 5 different colors. But the probability that we are finding is if it lands on red or green. Meaning, if you land for red, you are good. If you land for green, you are also good. So, there are 2 out of 5 chances. So, therefore, you have 2 out of 5 chances. So, that is letter B. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy right? Now, let us go to question number 22. In a class of 40 students, 22 like soccer, 18 like tennis, and 8 like both sports. What is the probability that a randomly chosen students like soccer or tennis? Alright, is it A, 2/5, B, 1/2, C, 3/5, or D, 4/5? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, so we are now dealing for students who like soccer or tennis, not soccer and tennis. Okay, so soccer or tennis. So, my dear math learners, there are 22 who like soccer and 18 that like tennis. So, what we will do is we will add 22 and 18 and that would be 40. However, there are students that like both sports. We are dealing with soccer or tennis, not soccer and tennis. So, therefore, we will subtract that. So, 40 minus 8, that would be 32. So, 32 out of 40. And if we get the lowest term for 32 out of 40, that would be 10. Right. 4/5, letter D. So, let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, I hope you got that one. Now, let us go to question number 23. Question number 23. A bookstore shelf contains 12 fiction books and 8 non-fiction books. A customer borrows 2 books, choosing 1 book at a time without replacement. Which statement best explains why the selection illustrates probability of dependent events? Is it A, 2 books are selected instead of 1? B, there are more fiction books than non-fiction books? Or C, the total number of books changes after the first book is borrowed? Or D, the books are chosen randomly? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners. Now, dealing with this, technically, we are considering the event of without replacement. So, meaning, when you pick 1 book, the probability of the remaining books will change. Okay, so therefore, among the 4 choices here, that is letter C. The total number of books changes after the first book is borrowed. Alright, letter C. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, I hope you got that one. Now, let us go to question number 24. Answer items 24 and 25 based on the problem described below. A school is holding a raffle and there are 120 tickets in total. Tickets are colored as either red, blue, or yellow. Some of these tickets also include prizes. Now, question 24. Sarah draws a ticket from the raffle and finds that it has a prize. Which of the following statement is most reasonable? Is it A, a ticket is equally likely to be any color? B, the ticket is probably yellow? C, the ticket is probably red? Or D, the ticket is probably blue? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, in order for us to see the reasonable or the most reasonable statement that shows this situation, let's check in the tickets with prices. So, among the tickets with prices, the most likely to happen is the color with the most number of tickets with price. So, that would be blue. So, therefore, letter D is the most likely to happen in this situation. So, let's check whether we are correct. All right, my dear math learners. So now let us go to question 25. Same scenario. If the student draws a ticket that has a price, what is the probability that it is blue? Is it A, 0.33, B, 0.50, C, 0.25, or D, 0.75? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. So my dear math learners, in order for us to answer this problem, of course, we will only focus on blue and the tickets with the price. So if we check the tickets with price here, that is 8, 12, and 4. If we add them, that is 24. And we are finding the probability that it is blue. So that is 12 out of 24. So technically, that is 1/2. And if you convert 1/2 into a decimal value, that would be very good. Letter B, 0.50. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy, right? Now, let us go to question number 26. The number of ways to choose 4 fruits from a basket is 70. How many fruits are in the basket? Is it A, 8, B, 9, C, 10, or D, 11? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, this is an example of a combination. So therefore, this is a combination of n objects taken r at a time. So your r here is 4 and your answer would be 70. So you are finding how many fruits, or meaning the n for this case. So that would be n over n minus 4 factorial times 4 factorial is equal to 70. And if you solve that one, my dear math learners, I think that would be 4 numbers divided with each other divided by the 4 factorial. And I think that would be letter A, because 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 divided by 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, I think the answer would be 70. Let's check whether we are correct. Right. Easy, right? So if you want to check that one, you can also do so. So you have the combination of 8 objects taken 4 at a time. If the answer would be 70, then that would be the correct answer. All right. So let's go to question number 27. A coin is tossed and a number cube is rolled. What is the probability of getting heads on the coin and a number greater than 4 on the number cube? Is it A, 1/12, B, 1/6, C, 1/4, or D, 1/3? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, so we are talking about the probability of getting a head and a number greater than 4 on the number line. So my dear math learners, in getting heads, that would be 1/2. In getting greater than 4 on the number cube, that would be 2/6 or 1/3. So 1/2 times 1/3, that would be 1/6. Letter B is the correct answer. Let's check. All right, easy, right? Now let us go to question number 28. Mang Pedro is a renowned bonsai enthusiast in his community. He has 6 different bonsai trees that he wants to display in a row. How many different arrangements are possible? Is it A, 6, B, 36, C, 12, or D, 720? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, this is just a simple permutation taken all at a time. So there are 6 bonsai. So therefore, you will just solve 6 factorial. So 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And if you solve that one, the answer would be, I think, letter D. Let's check whether we are correct. 720. Alright. Easy, right? So now let us go to question number 29. 10 athletes are competing in a 200-meter race. In how many ways can the gold, silver, and bronze medals be awarded to these athletes? Is it A, 10, B, 120, C, 720, or D, 3,628,800? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, this is an example of a permutation. N objects taken are at a time. The N here is 10 athletes. The R here will be the gold, silver, and bronze, and that is 3. So 10 objects taken 3 at a time. So if that is the case, then you just get 3 numbers from 10 and you multiply them together. So 10 times 9 times 8, and the answer for that is letter C. 720. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy, right? Now let us go to question number 30. A word game designer in Cebu is creating a scramble game using the letters of the Filipino word for unity, pagkakaisa. How many ways can all the letters of the word pagkakaisa be arranged? Is it A, 75,600, B, 151,200, C, 302,400, or D, 3,628,800? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, as you can see, pagkakaisa has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, there are 10 letters in the pagkakaisa. However, there are repeating letters, meaning this kind of permutation is under the distinguishable permutation. So, that would be 10 factorial over the repeating factorials. So, what are those repeating factorials? Letter A, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, that would be 4 factorial multiplied by another letter K, 2 factorial. So, 4 factorial times 2 factorial. So, 10 factorial over 4 factorial times 2 factorial. That would be the answer for this question. So, if you simplify, that would be 10 factorial, that is 3,628,800, divided by 4 factorial, which is, I think, 24, times 2 factorial, that is times 2, that is 48. So, that million divided by 48, the answer would be, I think, letter A, 75,600. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, so my dear math learners, I hope you got that one. And congratulations for finishing 3 parts of our reviewer series. Only 1 part left for this review. So my dear math learners, I hope you are enjoying, and please, if you think that this can help other people, share this to your fellow friends, classmates, and schoolmates. Now, without further ado, let's go to the last part.